Hello my fishes, Courtney Mermaid here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about knockoff mermaid tails, why they are not the tails to go for and how they hurt the mermaiding industry, commonly asked questions, companies to avoid, and all of that good stuff. So let's dive on in. So the very first thing that you need to know when it comes to mermaid tails, you always want to choose a reputable tail maker. There's a reason. It's not just because I'm out here and I am a tail maker and I'm buy one from me. No, I'm still just gonna say you need to go to a reputable source so that you get a mermaid tail that was made, it was researched, the time and the effort went into it to make sure that you were gonna have the best mermaid experience that you could possibly have. Because what is it gonna do if you buy a knockoff tail? You're gonna wear it once, it's gonna fall apart, or you're gonna have an accident in it, or the monofin's gonna hurt your feet in a way that you didn't expect, you weren't looking forward to. So instead of going over this whole mermaid safety thing again, I'm gonna make sure to link you guys to a couple of videos down below that will kind of run you through why specifically knockoff tails are not the best option to go for when you're getting a mermaid tail. There are a lot of other factors to consider as well, but specifically knockoff mermaid tails are something to be avoided like the plague. So specific places that you should avoid when it comes to purchasing a mermaid tail, companies like Amazon that stock not only mermaid tails from reputable sources and a lot of other knockoff tails that are available through Amazon. So Amazon is not necessarily the best place to go if you are new and you're not willing to put in the time to find out what's real and what's not. I will also say right off the bat, places like Wish or Shein, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, I hope I'm saying that right, Shein. Other places to really avoid buying mermaid tails is eBay. Now, it can be fine. It can be, okay? It can be. But in my experience, what I've seen people get off of eBay, it's not the best place to go. You're far better to go somewhere within the community if you're looking to get a used tail than you are to just go on eBay to find something. So also, okay, I have to say this, please take everything I say with a grain of salt. Obviously, I'm also a tail maker. I do not sell on any kind of a mass production sort of a level. I'm very individual pieces of art that I make, but you do need to be aware of that. So when I say what I'm about to say, please know I have the best of intentions. This is very much a buyer beware. Don't be fooled when you see companies with massive followings on YouTube or Instagram or wherever who claim to have an excellent product that's gonna fulfill all of your wildest mermaid dreams, but it's all based on their own reviews. So it's very awkward to do a review of your own product. Do you know what I mean? You can be like, this is what my tail features, this is what I offer, and maybe here's some examples of what people think of it. It's an interesting, very gray area. So make sure that you are looking for more than just one review. Make sure you are going to a couple of different sources. There are a lot of mermaids out there who put out reviews. Nerdmaid Faith is an excellent, excellent example of this. She's fantastic. I'll leave a link to her down below, but she does a lot of reviews. I mean, like a lot of reviews on all of these different tails that are out there. I also know Nerdmaid Faith personally, and she is very upfront. If she likes something, she'll tell you. If she doesn't like something, she'll tell you. So she's very straight and to the point. Plus she also functionally, like, she swims in her tails a lot, all of these different tails. So she has a really good and very strict system for how she reviews her products. So don't be fooled by other companies who are like, oh, look at my thing that I made. This is why it's the perfect tail, and it's great you're trying to sell your product, but don't go and say that yours is the absolute best if it might not actually be the absolute best. And also look for the patterns. So if you see a couple of different reviews out there, look for the patterns. See what each person is saying, see what's similar, see what's not. Check out their feeds. You don't want to find out afterwards that that person was paid through the nose to, whoa, there goes our umbrella. Yikes. You probably saw that in the reflection. You don't want to find out later that this person was heavily paid to promote a product or a company. We're gonna get into that in a second. Is this fine? I don't know if this is fine. So make sure you're looking for a company who has a decent track record. Preferably a good and or great track record would be excellent. So now let's talk a little bit about why it really, really hurts our industry when you purchase a knockoff tail. We are all companies, I include myself in this because I am a tail maker and I run a little online mermaid business. We are all companies that have started from the absolute ground and worked our way up. So supporting businesses that are stealing from us, either directly or indirectly damaging our brands, is really hurting those businesses who have helped make this community what it is today. So even if you are not really, you're not into the community, you're not really interested in what it is that we're actually doing and trying to achieve. It's still really important to be aware that when you purchase a knockoff tail, you are directly impacting our business and our industry overall. So if you're not willing to do the research, make sure you check out a channel like Nerdmade Faiths. I've got different Monofin reviews on my channel. I don't wear mermaid tails that weren't made by me, typically speaking, with a few exceptions, but it's just really important to take the time, okay? Do your research. I cannot stress this enough. Nobody is going to do this for you with the exception of the reviews that are out there. So making sure that you watch as many videos as possible, try to see swimming footage, try to see land-based footage, try to make sure that you're gonna pick a tail that's gonna serve you and keep you safe. Because at the end of the day, whether you care about the community or not, you hopefully care about your experience. You are hopefully looking to have a good experience as a mermaid. And what kind of tail you go for is going to directly impact your experience. And if you choose something that was really poorly made and not well thought through, with a really crappy monofin or really crappy accessories or whatever, you're gonna have a bad experience and you're gonna be like, well, I guess mermaiding is just not really for me. Like, I don't really want to do this. This isn't really fun. When in reality, you could be having so much fun if you had just taken the time. And here's the other thing I've got to say, because I've done this more than once, where you're like, there's the expensive thing and then there's the less expensive thing. And you're like, well, the less expensive thing is less expensive. And you end up buying one and it breaks. Then you end up buying another one. That one wasn't what you wanted. You end up buying a third one. It's still not what you wanted. By the time you've bought 3 of the inexpensive knockoff tails, you could have saved up for one from Mertailor, one from me, one from FinFun, one from Finful, one from anybody. You could have saved up for and gotten the one you actually wanted. So this like need to have everything yesterday isn't really serving anybody, least of all you. That's my 2 cents on knockoff mermaid tails. And for any of the parents out there who are like, oh no, it's fine, it's just this that's dangerous, it's just that that's dangerous, reputable companies will also give you safety instructions for your tail, the do's and don'ts. Okay, knockoff tail companies won't. That is the difference. The difference is a company that cares versus a company that doesn't. What would you rather have your child swim in? What would you rather have your friends swim in? What would you rather swim in? Something that's gonna fall apart, make your feet hurt, make you miserable? Or would you want something that came from another mermaid who put time and effort and love and all of the details? Maybe it's a family-owned business. Maybe it's somebody who started literally from nothing and worked their way up. Who's in it just for the money? Who's in it for the community? You have to think about these kinds of things. I don't want to get all like preachy on you, but it's just something that I had to bring up because there were a lot of people that had comments on that last video that just made me cringe just a little bit. So I thought I would just make a little bit of a follow-up for you guys, my 2 cents. I would love to hear from you. You know, it is a conversation to have. It would be nice if there were more options out there that were more affordable, but mermaiding is not necessarily the most budget-friendly hobby, or even profession for that matter. So these are things to think about before you get into it. Now, feel free to leave a comment down below. It's gonna be civil in my comment section, right? Because I remove people who just poo-poo all over everybody else. You can have your opinion, that's totally fine. We don't all have to agree, but just know that there are facts and then there's fiction, okay? And some of the facts don't change just because you decide that it works better for you or you just don't want to invest. Okay, my fishes, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. Show your love for all of the tail makers out there who do this and who do it well and for the love of the community. That's all for today. So I love you guys and I look forward to chatting with you all again soon. Happy swimming, bye!